before we go through the weapons section, I forgot to mention in the previous video about wiring mode. So on the top right, you click that to go to wiring mode, and then this is edit mode. So now we're going to do weapons. And we're going to grab a coil gun right here. Just grab that, and then you can drop it. And then if you want to rotate the range that the gun can fire from, you grab that. And if you want to rotate the actual gun, you can do that. And the same thing is true for this railgun. Let's connect them up. I try to use green for the information coming in and out of the any military stuff. So the position in of this periscope is connected. Oh, sorry. The position in of this railgun is connected to the position out of this periscope. The trigger out of this periscope is connected to the trigger in of this gun. And the same thing is true for here. And after connecting that, I grab the ammunition crate like this, and you actually have to hold space and then you left click onto the gun that you want this ammunition connected to. So kind of like that. You can see if I hold space, there's this green line that shows up. So now that's connected, and then this is also connected. And I suggest putting in a spawn point right here, like that. Putting in a spawn point and just hitting play, and then getting into these guns, and then going to the edges and just start shooting, and then go to this other edge and start shooting, and see if you can shoot your own submarine. Same thing is true for this one. And then once we're done with the military stuff, we're going to go through adding extra nice things to have in the submarine. As you can see, I haven't actually done the proper rewiring yet because I want to play test it first. And then once I've play tested it, then I'm going to put in all the wires in the correct spot. If you're curious how to connect the wires, you hold control and then you left click on it, and then you can move this around. So now you can attach, you can change up the wiring. And if you want to get rid of it, you click on it and then you right click, and then so control left click opens that, and then right clicking it will remove it. The reason why I don't connect them is because I want to test it first, just in case I have some big changes to make. So let's add a bunch of items that we're going to need. How do you do that? You click on a cabinet or whatever you need, and then you press E on it, and then you can look for fuel, something like this, and then you can left click. You can left click 8 times like that, or you can hold left click and just keep dragging, and now it will max out all this fuel. If you want to get rid of it, I right click to get rid of this, and then I drag it down. Be careful though, because when you, I'm just gonna add one. When you drag it out here instead of down here, you see it says drop versus delete. Then your item is actually just floating up in the air like this. When you hit play, this item will drop. That's also how you can add, like there. Now there's a box that will drop to the floor whenever you start. In this case, I added fuel into here, welding fuel, meds, security stuff. If you've played a game before, you're going to know what to add here. Calixinide and anaparalysis is really nice, and adding some oxygen tanks inside the shuttle right here. And then I do some playtesting. I start doing some playtesting here first. Oh yeah, but before I do playtesting in this case, when you just hit save, it's gonna say, hey, there's a bunch of errors for you. In this case, I didn't put the tag ballast in here, so I added that. And it also said I didn't have any cargo spawn, so I put a spawn point like this, and then you drop a spawn point, and in your spawn point you change this to cargo like that, and then I dropped it right there. So now you have a cargo spawn. And then you hit play, and you do a whole bunch of play testing in here. It's like straight up, just hit the play right here, the test button, and try to move the submarine around. Is everything working? And then I think the next one is, you know what? Let's just load it. Part 3. Okay, so I was playtesting for a bit, figure out if the engines are good, if my speed is good, because if you load it here, where there is nothing around you at all. And then when you load this up, you can straight up just go right and see how fast your engines can go with nothing on the way. Just like that. In this case, this is going to go like 40 kilometer an hour or something. So you just play test, you walk around, you test out all of your doors, you open things, you try to deconstruct something. Anything you do here will not get saved. So, and then you can hit escape and return to editor. You try to deconstruct, maybe you realize, oh, I forgot to hook up this deconstructor. Or you try to construct something and you forgot to hook up the electricity there as well. So that's working. 44 kilometers. We're gonna go up. Yeah, looks like everything is working right here. So then we go back to the editor. While you're here, if you press E on here, on your reactor, you can add a fuel up here. You can hit power on, and then you can hit AI. This way you don't have to do it manually whenever you're playing. So I did some play testing, and I needed some waypoints for the AI. I think I'm going to talk about waypoints. Yeah, let's do it now, actually. There's also this ballast number. Oh, let's talk about the ballast number now. So I'm going to select all 3 of these ballast. I'm just holding control and then left click. And as you can see, it's 3643 right here, 0.3643. And I go here and I scroll down to neutral ballast level, 3643. Connecting the nav. So I forgot to connect this when I was playtesting. And then let's go for the waypoint. So when I hit this generate waypoint, it's going to generate a whole bunch of waypoints for me. Let's see what happens if I hit it again. Well, okay, so it generates the same one whenever you hit it. What I added myself is I wanted the AI to be able to go all the way to the right. So let's do waypoint like this. Let's add it there. And then let's hold space to connect these 2 waypoints. Same thing for these stairs. So if I drag this out, then it means the AI will stand here. If I drag it here, then the AI will use the stairs. Same thing for doors. And what I generally do is, and you'll have to play around a lot with this. So what I generally do is I hit play, follow me. So kind of like that. And I just run around my ship and I ask them to follow and see if they will follow me everywhere on the ship. And then I will put on this suit and I will exit my ship. I should have put it on automatic, but whatever. I'm going to exit it. This AI is trying to open doors and close doors, and there you go. So I'm going to exit my ship. And what I would do is, if I didn't have autopilot on, I would go all the way out and I would tell my AI to come back and see if they're able to come back into the ship. And that's it for this one.